The president, as you know, Natalie, will also be meeting today with top congressional leaders as a government shutdown is looming. So the meeting was supposed to happen about a week ago. The president abruptly canceled it, said that the Democrats were being unserious and ridiculous. Meeting's back on today. I saw Chuck Schumer earlier this weekend suggesting that if the president is coming to the meeting with the intent of actually working something out between the two sides, that they're looking forward to it. What are we hearing from the president about the meeting?
The question is whether there will, in fact, be any negotiations, because the White House and the president firm in their belief that the Democrats should just sign off on the continuing resolution or the stopgap measure that's already passed the House. And the president, speaking to CBS News' Bob Costa in a phone interview over the weekend, signaled that a shutdown is likely if Democrats don't back down from that position. And he also expressed that he believes Democrats in Congress would face the political price for not working with Republicans on spending cuts. And then there's also the question of these layoffs. We know last week federal agencies were directed to come up with plans for mass firings or reduction in force if a shutdown in fact happens. So really here, if one does happen, the president could use that to cut some of these government agencies even further, Vlad.
All right. Natalie Brand for us at the White House this morning. Natalie, all eyes on that meeting later today. Thank you very much. All right. For more on those budget talks, let's go to CBS News congressional correspondent Nikole Killion, who's on Capitol Hill. All right. So, Nikole, you heard from Natalie there. We've heard from the president. We've heard from Chuck Schumer. What are you hearing from the rest of the Senate and House leadership ahead of this meeting?
Well, I think to Natalie's point, just like the president isn't blinking, neither are congressional leaders. You know, they are pretty firm in their resolve, with Republicans who feel very strongly that Democrats simply need to sign on to just a clean extension of funding over the next 7 weeks, whereas Democrats say no, they want more guarantees, particularly around this issue of health care. Take a listen to what both House Speaker Mike Johnson and Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries said over the weekend.
We want to find bipartisan common ground to find a spending agreement that avoids a government shutdown and actually meets the needs of the American people in terms of their health, their safety, and their economic well-being.
The purpose of the meeting is so that the president can assemble the four leaders, you know, the two top leaders in both chambers, to come in and have this discussion. And I talked with him at length yesterday about this, and he's going to tell Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries to stop playing political games.
So in the view of Republicans, they feel that Democrats are simply posturing here. They believe some of these issues with respect to health care should be negotiated separate from any type of continuing resolution. But Democrats, for their part, are like, look, we're tired of getting screwed, so we need more guarantees from Republican leadership and more specifically the president. So we'll see how today's meeting plays out. We do know that House Republicans are set to hold a call later this morning. Democrats are set to return here to the Capitol for a meeting later tonight. Of course, the House remains out. They have canceled their votes, but we're expecting the Senate back later today, Vlad.
All right. So what's it like? I mean, what are you sensing from the rank and file in Congress on the odds of getting this done and the impact that it could have on just ordinary people if they don't?
Yeah, I mean, look, for the most part, when you talk to various lawmakers on either side, they're pretty much in lockstep with their party. I mean, even some Democrats who have these districts with large concentrations of federal workers, even many of them support the Democratic line of trying to hold the line when it comes to these negotiations, even though they know that some of their constituents could be further hurt by this. But they argue, look, you know, with respect to the current administration, they have been firing federal workers left and right. So what's another threat at this point? You know, Republicans, for their part, they continue to argue, we're just trying to get back to the process of regular order. So they have been working in a bipartisan way on these appropriations bills. And that's why Republican leaders say, look, we just need a little more time to get things done the right way if we're allowed to. But again, you know, both sides are dug in pretty deep here.
Yeah, it seems like it. All right, Nikole, thank you very much. Appreciate it.